Hello everyone, this is Gary Marr from Gwinnett Community College, and this screencast is from my CIS 166 AA JavaScript 1 class. Now, as I mentioned in my previous screencast, the example that is in the book is an excellent one, but it tends to be a little complicated for, let's say, new programmers to JavaScript. So hopefully what this application or this particular page will do with its JavaScript is help bridge the gap. So in other words, the Gary's Pizza app was the simplest. This is a little bit more complex, and this starts to approach the complexity that's in the textbook, but it's worth looking at, and therefore I wanted to review it with you. What this has in it is a bunch of HTML screen controls, including a pull-down list like the previous Pizza app. So if I choose one of these books, there are alerts spread out throughout this application, largely because it was probably the easiest way to debug and demonstrate what this application or this page was doing with its JavaScript. I could have just as easily displayed this to the screen, but I decided to kind of take an easy way out and just simply display it using the alert function. This would show me the progress of things that are happening. So based on my first screen change of that select control, it says that I've selected something which is $29.95. If I select weeks, it'll tell me that, again, the cost is $29.95. And I guess to see the weeks actually show up in the application, I should run this with a debugger. I'm not going to do that this time. I would need to select an express option or an option for shipping. And as I'm doing this, because there's a change event involved, the shipping costs and different costs are being recalculated as I'm making selections. When I go to my next screen, it should get me ask for the information for shipping. Now, the way this is set up, it uses a combination of validation routines and what's called regular expressions to prove out or verify things like missing fields, telephone numbers, zip codes, etc. So, for example, if I hit next, it's going to flag this as needing a first name. Okay, so I'll click OK. I'll key in a first name. I'll hit next. It now wants a last name. Again, these being required fields necessary for this thing to work. I'll put a street in. I'll put a city in. State is fine. I'll hit next. It's going to, oh, it didn't ask for the zip code. Apparently it doesn't check for that, not in this version. It's now going to ask for the information regarding credit card. Now this is a little tricky. This is difficult to demonstrate because there's actually an algorithm that you can use as a regular expression which will prove that the number that you're keying is in fact a valid American Express, Diners Club, Discovered, Visa, MasterCard. I'm not going to show you that today. If you look at the application with the debugger, you should see all of this information. All right, so let's leave it at that for now. This is another good application to look at. We'll look at it in class on Monday, but this will give you a head start. You can find this in the S drive. It's in week 9, and this is one we worked at, and actually Frank was a student of mine several years ago, and he was working on an application for his church. We use this, and I've used it a couple times because it's a fairly robust application. Thank you.